How would you judge their time in office? Yesterday we had a representative from the presidency who spoke to the fact that there are so many policies that he's put in place to ensure improved conditions. And he did, state that things are starting to look up in Nigeria, that in the next 2 years, we'll see a solidifying of all the positive policies that President Bola Tinubu has put in place.
There's no way anybody will be praising this government without appearing like a fool. When they came in, Tinubu in inauguration ground said fuel subsidy is gone. And then, when he was saying that, there was no cabinet in place. Fuel price rose from 195 Naira to 617 Naira in one swoop. And then they floated in Naira. And Naira depreciated, going to almost 2,000 Naira to $1 from about 460 Naira. And the only defense they have is be patient. Nigerians became hungry. His own people started shouting, Ebin power. And their response, be patient. Be patient first 100 days. Be patient 6 months. Be patient 1 year. Be patient 2 years. Half of the journey. And they are still asking people to be patient. Are you praising this government? You are doing it on the blood and the graves of people in Benue State that are being massacred every day. When people talk about Tinubu's regime and they say, these problems were there before him, I actually realize that the media and the spokespersons are very unintelligent. Because when you make such statement, you are actually indicting him. Because what you're trying to say is that this government ought to have been aware or is aware of all the problems before coming in. That means they did not come with any solution. If it is a problem that is not there before, if it's a novel problem, you say, okay, they are facing a new challenge, give them time. But these are problems that have been there. Boko Haram has been there. Insurgents have been there. Lakurawa has been there. The bandits, the kidnappers, they have been there. There is nothing new. A man that said to be the president is his life ambition did not make any preparation to bring solution to all the problems that he knew were there. And now we are hemorrhaging. We are going into more deprivation, into more degradation, into more hunger, into more hardship, into the worst of mankind. Do you know? The present report now is that Nigeria has more malnourished children than Sudan. Nigeria has overtaken Sudan, a war-torn country, as in malnourished children. If our children are malnourished, that means the failure of this government is moving even towards the next generation. They have destroyed their own generation. They are moving in to destroy the next generation. This government has nothing to offer Nigerians except destruction, except wastages. We're talking about security. Do we talk about the economy? This government that removed fuel subsidy say the reason is because they will be saving $7.2 billion every year, and it will help them to provide infrastructure for the people. It will release money for them to cater for the welfare of the people. What have they catered for? This same government has borrowed Nigeria into bondage more than any other government before it. In December 2024, our debt profile reached 144 trillion naira. This government met only 77 trillion naira as general debt of Nigeria. They are now seeking to borrow $21.5 billion. Jesus. Where did these people come from?
Let me start by giving you these little statistics here, and it's quite interesting. Do you know that Bola Tinubu has borrowed more in 2 years than Buhari did in 8 years? I'll say it again. Do you know that Bola Tinubu has borrowed more in 2 years than Buhari borrowed in 8 years? When Bola Tinubu came into power in May 2023, Nigeria's debt profile was 77 trillion naira. Today, in June 2025, Nigeria's debt profile is 150 trillion. He has borrowed more in 2 years than Buhari did if you do a yearly average. And they're asking to borrow more again, another $21 billion. That's what we're faced with. You know, when they told us Nigerians, they said that we will wish we had a Buhari when Bola Tinubu took over. We thought it was a joke. Unfortunately, this is the situation right now. As terrible and a wrecking ball Buhari was to Nigeria's economy, Bola Tinubu has become more of a destruction to Nigeria's economy than Buhari. They keep telling us all the time, Buhari destroyed the country. But they've not told you is that Bola Tinubu has actually kneecapped the nation. It will take us years to come out from this destruction of this political party called APC and this ineptitude of a government that we've had from APC for 10 years. We've got 2 more years to go of Bola Tinubu. And we must take it seriously to make sure that we put pressure on them to do right by us and to vote them out come 2027. Yes, I know that they've captured the judiciary. I know they've captured INEC. We know that. We know the politicians are defecting to the APC because they know if they don't, they will be rigged out because they don't have any integrity. All of them from Delta State to Akwa Ibom to Muftang, that governor of Plateau State that's soon going to be defecting, all of those lawmakers who are defecting, they understand that the system is rigged and they need to be rigged back into power. And that's the only way they got there in the first place. And most of them not by the will of the people, by the will of INEC. Kenneth Okonkwo was right. When Kenneth Okonkwo said that we have more malnourished children in Nigeria than they have in Sudan, and maybe Somalia, he was right. We have become the world capital and country of poverty and also of malnourished children. Is it our security we want to talk about? It is nothing to write on. People are dying every day. The other day you saw people die. People going to Kano, die on our road. Our roads have become death traps. While they're spending billions and trillions building a 700-kilometer road from Lagos to Calabar, they've left the ones into other existing roads to be destroyed. They're borrowing project money on project that we cannot see. When that lawmaker, that Senator Ali, mentioned that we're borrowing for project that we cannot see, intangible project, that was his word. This is what he meant. So of all the monies that Bola Tinubu has borrowed, what can you say we've used them for? What? Intangible projects, corruption, rife throughout this government. And that's the one thing he said he wants to reduce, but that's the one thing they perpetuated even much more. All of their policies are bad. You know, when he said that subsidy is gone on the day one of his presidency, he didn't have a cabinet. He didn't have the data. He didn't have a plan. He just said it. Boom. Nigeria's economy fell. And after that, he floated the currency with no plan. No plan. That's the same person who has always wanted to be president of Nigeria. That's the same person INEC did Abadakabra on Nigeria's for to bring into power. That's the system we're faced with right now. Again, you cannot take 2027 for granted. Again, like I said, I know INEC is rigged. We know the judiciary is already in their pocket. We know the judges are one of our biggest problems as much as INEC is. Because INEC will rig the election, the judiciary will certify the rigged election. We know that. But we are the people. We are more in numbers than them. So when we do these sensitization campaigns and this calling out of the government so that they can do right by us and so that we can vote them out in 2027, join it. Share this content. Make sure other people are aware of it. And subscribe as well. We need to get more people to be part of it. The way we're going, by the time we get to 2025, end of 2025, possibly our debt profile would have gotten up to 200 trillion, if not by 2027. So it just means that this government is just borrowing and borrowing and borrowing, but for something we cannot see. And they're telling us they need to cushion the effect of subsidy removal and floating of the currency. That tells you how bad a policy is. So our government is an inept government. A government that is now worse than Buhari's government. So I'm asking you, what do you think about this government? Is Kenneth Okonkwo right? Are we in a better hand? Is Nigeria heading somewhere under Bola Tinubu or not? Or are we going back to where we don't know? Like that lady said, they're taking us to where we don't know. Is that where Bola Tinubu is taking us to? Is Bola Tinubu taking us to where we don't know? Or is taking us to the right destination? Some people call him the man that knows the road, but we know that we're not going anywhere with him. So I'm asking you to leave your comment in the comment section, and also like, share, and subscribe if you're meeting this content for the first time. And if you've been following us and you've not done that, please like, share, and subscribe. Recommend this channel to others and share this content to others. We need to take 2027 seriously. It is the fight for the soul of our country. We must get it right. As always, I'll catch you up in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.